Welcome to the Coffee Break Show. Today we're going to have a great show. Listen, if you've ever wondered if you can teach an old dog new tricks, then stay tuned. We're going to be going over that today. My name is Vickie Helm. Welcome to the Smart Life Club. This is Monday Motivation Day, and this is the Coffee Break Show. So glad you're with us. Thanks for coming on board. Whoa, thank you for being here. Today, I had a very interesting morning already, and I was going to talk about something completely different. But what happened today was so significant on a Monday show. Thank you, everybody, for bringing on. This is great. Thank you. Come on board. Thank you. Today was so significant what happened to me this morning that I turned the programming a little bit because I want to talk about this very important thing. Today on Messenger, and I'm going to leave the name out, I've gotten a couple of people who have, hey, top of the morning to you. Glad you're here with us. Thank you. I had a couple of people send me messages today, which was very interesting. And what they requested from me was help. And they said that they have been having an issue choosing a niche or choosing something to talk about and to build a business around. And that they felt literally depressed because they weren't getting anywhere, they weren't making the right choices, they weren't doing anything, etc. And I thought, yes, because that's what you're sold. You're sold a business in a box. You're sold a way that says, you know, hi, I want to ask you, can you guys hear me okay? Thank you. I just want to make sure the sound is good on this because it's so important. Today, what I noticed, though, is that I was talking to a lot of people, and there's two camps when you're on an online business. There are the gurus who say something like, find your niche, hurry up and find a good niche, get into that niche and serve that niche. And then there are the smart club people. These are the people that say, find how you want to make a difference in the world. And don't just make a little difference, find a big problem in the world and ask yourself, how can I serve and make a difference? Thank you, Robert. So what happens when we make a difference in the world is that it's a different conversation than here's the niche I'm working in. If you find a hobby niche or something that you're passionate about, you are competing with millions and millions and millions of people, just billions of people over here trying to sell their wares and do things. When you're making a difference in the when you're making a difference in your business, it's moment to moment to moment. You're actually serving a group of people who need something, the something that you identify. And the thing is, you get to bring yourself, all of your passion. You don't find passion. You don't find a niche you feel passionate about. You're either a passionate person or you're not. If you're a passionate person, then what happens is you get to go ahead and listen and serve. So today on our Coffee Break Show, and I have this, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you. I want to have a heart-to-heart in such a way that you are connected. Here's some coffee. To what it is that's working. People are tired of businesses in a box and fundamental information solutions. The information solution isn't working. What does work? What works is connection. People are missing connection. And the thing is, the world and its certainty is changing so much. Hi, thanks everybody for being on. The world and its uncertainty is changing so much that there is tons of things to serve. Tons of things to serve. There's tons of ways you can make money. There's tons of things that you can do, but you have to pay attention to the conversations that are happening. Now, how do you do that? Well, the conversations are all over the place. They're not like what it used to be, which was the nightly news. The conversations that are happening now are spread on different platforms. Those top five platforms are YouTube, Medium, Facebook, Instagram, and not Snapchat, Pinterest. I'm not good at all the social media stuff. If you listen to the conversations, they're broken down into groups. So, Facebook is an older conversation. LinkedIn is also a conversation. The thing is, what we do is we don't listen to the conversation that's happening on these platforms. We try to pitch our wares and sell our wares. And we're so busy selling. Hey, Ken MacArthur, there's a guy who knows how to make an impact. We keep selling. And instead of listening, when we listen to the conversation, that's when we can make an impact. When we listen to the conversation, what we can do is actually hear the real concern. We're not trying to find what they don't know that we can sell them the information to. We're trying to connect with what exactly is happening for them so that we find where the disconnect is. Where's the disconnect with the client you are serving? Where is it that you can make a difference because you're willing to show up? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to look perfect. People want authenticity. They want to just hear you say, look, this is me, warts and all. And so when you start the week this week and you're going out there and you're thinking to yourself, how can I make a sale? Let's just turn that around and say, how can I make a client? How can I make a connection? How can I make a difference? Because I will tell you this, if you make a client, you have a long-term sale. If you make a connection, you have a long-term connection. If you just want that one-off sale because you're hustling and grinding and hoping to God that you can pay the rent next week, then your business model sucks. And you're not going to win with that. Hey, missed you too, Ken. Have to stalk Vickie to get to you. Thank you. Stalking is good. What I really want to say, though, is when you're working in the world, let's take a look at what you actually want to do. Now, I know for me that my one goal is to make a difference. The difference I want to make is to be the model of just starting. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be right. I love interacting. I love talking with you. I love having a coffee break with you every day. And the joy of doing that, I would do whether I'm getting paid to or not. Because in this, listening and then being involved in the conversation, thank you, Robert, because in this conversation, in this way of being with you, it fills me up. I enjoy it, period. And what happens with the conversation is I get to listen to others, and I get to be the example or modeling that for others. So when you are looking to grow a business, are you growing a business or do you want a sale? If you want to grow a business online, you have to listen to what actually they want. And in that conversation, become the sounding board. If we just constantly are pitching our story, pitching our thing, and we use social media, that's it. Let's all just sell stuff online. You would not believe how many people come on board, then they want to hook up on to Messenger and ask me to be in their business, sell me their product, have me do something for them. They don't even know who I am. They can just go online and they see I'm Vickie Helm. They see that I write books, that I have a business. And then some people even ask me for money. I've never even met you. I don't even know you. We don't have a relationship. So what's happening in the world is we are learning hustling skills. When we buy a product, this person was like, I bought this product. I spent $3,000 on it. I don't know what I'm doing. I need help. I need this. And I could listen to what they actually needed. Now, when I look at it, I think to myself, it's not my job to solve everyone's problems. It's my job to solve the problem for the client I'm serving. Now, I want you to listen to that. It's not your job to solve every problem in the world, to make that's not your job. Your job is to solve the problem for the people you serve. Why do you serve them? What do you want to serve them with? What do they want from you? What can you get? Now, if you've never served anybody and you just jump on and you say, I want to serve, you're going to have to give a lot of free samples of who you are, what you're like, what you can serve with. You've got to go out there and connect with people. Not everybody's going to say yes. Not everybody's going to say no. but everyone knows, everyone can feel honesty. Everyone can feel authenticity. Everyone knows who's the real and who isn't. So one of the other messengers I got today was that there were a lot of fake gurus online who can't pay their rent. And you're absolutely right. There's a lot of that going on. So the next thing that I think you need for success is discernment. It's absolute discernment, because people are making sexy pitches that can get people emotionally involved. And when you're emotionally involved in the sale, that's what happens to the stock market, isn't it? Yay, we're rising. Oh, we're falling. Yay, we're rising. We have to make a decision about a business based on the results they have and other people have. We have to look at a business and say what's included. When we buy a pair of shoes, we study a pair of shoes more than we study the business we're buying. We get enthralled in the webinar and everybody's like, yay, gotta love Vickie and Robin, Karen Sachs-Epley. Thank you, what a team. Thank you, Ken, I'm so glad you're here. And I wanna put a shout out right now to Ken MacArthur. He's got a movie coming out called the Impact Factor movie. That movie is about making a difference. I mean, really making an impact in the world. So what happens when we follow our passions? We have to make sure that just because we're passionate doesn't mean we're not going to be conned. Hey Ryan, nice to see you. Just because we have a lot of enthusiasm for something doesn't mean it's going to work out. We have to go ahead and play the long game. Now, I want to tell you what the long game is. The long game isn't 30, 60, 90, or 120 days. The long game is don't even talk about success for the next 24 to 36 months. You want 2 or 3 years into this. You are making a business long term. You're making a connection long term. And if you want your life to shift, you have to shift for the long term. Listen, change and transformation are things that change permanently. So you become this. You become it. You transform into it. This is what we're looking at. We don't want to pitch a niche. If I find a niche and I sell it online, there's a difference between putting a Facebook ad out to sell a product and creating a relationship to have a client. Facebook ad to product, relationship to client. This is long-term money. This is short-term money. You need this if you want a business. You need this if you want to make your rent. So let's figure out how we can spend the day listening differently to people and being involved in such a way that we actually make a difference in their life. Not just sell them a product. And if you choose to buy something, ask yourself this: how is it making a difference in my life to have this? How is it going to work for me? How do I want it? Don't be sold the idea of something. You could have money in 30, 60, or 120 days if you follow my system. That's an idea. You want to follow a result. And you want to make sure that you're willing to do the work it takes to build clients, and you're willing to do the work it takes to build relationships. Because it is harder work to do this than it is to go over here and make a one-off sale. You can sell anything one-off. And so easy money is get rich quick. But a solid business requires that you show up with your heart, that you make a difference, that you listen to the conversation, that you have discernment with your clients, and that you understand the difference between passion, your passion, and if your passion is serving people, then serve them the way they want to be served. This is a coffee break for today, and I'm hoping those people that messaged me, oh, and I want to talk to you about Messenger for a minute. Those people who messaged me, I hope you find this video in the Smart Life Club, and I want you to know that you can turn this around. You can never give up, never slow down, never do anything. Really stay with your process. And for those people who are constantly on Messenger trying to message me and talk to me, It's really hard for me to get to everybody on Messenger. Put your comments or things in this thread right here, and I'll get back to you. Thank you for joining us today on the Smart Life Club. Listen, if you're on YouTube right now, there's a subscribe button right down there. Subscribe button. Also, www.thesmartlifeclub.com. It's free. Go there and you will have, there is tools and information there that'll help you turn this around. It'll help you. The reason the Smart Life Club was created was so that we could go ahead and work through these issues that people are having with online business right now and really get foundational skills for you to live a stronger, more successful, more healthy, better, deeper relationships. We want to connect with you in that way. Thank you for being here today. My name is Vickie Helm, and I will see you tomorrow at 10 for another cup of coffee on the Smart Life Club Coffee Break Show. Thanks for being here.